Hey guys, today I'm going to be cleaning an idle speed control valve on a BMW Z4. This specifically is a 2003. Same engine as your E46, so if there's other instructional videos out there, you can feel free to follow that. The issue I'm trying to correct here is my car randomly dying or idling or shutting off on me, usually at slow speeds. It's done it in second, third, fourth gear. It doesn't matter really the gear so much as it is when I'm on the gas, off the gas, and then back on the gas. Is when I get off that gas that it starts to stutter, and it's almost like you slammed the clutch down and let go or something. The car's really starting to want to die on you, and then eventually it does die, especially if you put it in a neutral, for me in my case. And sometimes it'll crank up, sometimes it won't crank up. So I've replaced my fuel pump this year, so I know that's not an issue. My initial research led me to think it was a camshaft position sensor for the intake side, despite there not being a check engine light, because it's been like that for other people and it has worked for other people. However, for me, I went ahead and replaced both the intake and the exhaust side, and that didn't solve the problem. And that was, about $70-80, no big deal. It probably needed to be done anyway. This is an old car. But what I'm going to be doing today, like I said, is doing the idle speed control valve, cleaning it with some brake cleaner, and I'll show you how to get to that. I found this also on a thread or forum, and I'll keep you posted. Just make sure you look in the description if you're watching this video to see what happened, if this is far in the future. But I hope and think that this should do it. So $2.50 can of brake cleaner should solve your issues. So let's go ahead and get started here. We're just going to remove, what I like to do instead of take this whole thing out, just take the top half out. It's just some plastic clips here, your 2 size 10 bolts, and then your two metal clips holding the mass airflow sensor housing. Unplug your mass airflow sensor housing. I like to keep it connected to this pipe and just remove it from here. I think this is a size 7, 5, 6, or 7, one of the three, but figure it out. And go ahead and take that out. So I'm going to do that and then come back. Alright, so that's done. Just try not to lose this O-ring if this comes off. And like I said, it's kind of what you're looking at here. That's it. So next we're going to be dealing with the DISA. And there's going to be one sensor right here. Right, take that out, and you're just pushing this metal clip in and pulling up. And then you have 2 T40 bolts. One right here, and one right here. And then when you're taking this out, you just want to come straight out and kind of wiggle it a little bit. Just be very careful with this. This isn't a cheap part. I think it's like 150 or 170. But take that out, and I'll do that next, and come back and show you. So just give it a slight wiggle, and it'll come on out. And this is what you're looking at right here. And while you're here, guys, just go ahead and check. Give this a little wiggle. This shouldn't move completely freely. I wouldn't put a lot of force on it, but some people like to move it one way or the other and make sure that the internal assembly is still connected here. This fails pretty often. I've seen some images of the pin being out, but just go ahead and check this since you're looking at it. Make sure it looks good, that the seal is fine, and that the pin is stable, and that this is not freely moving. There should be some resistance to that. So next you want to go ahead, and if you like, I'm going to go ahead and do it because I want to inspect mine for any cracks. I see some cracking here, but is remove the remainder of the upper air intake, and I did verify these are size 6, okay? So I'm just going to do one from here, and one from here. I'm not sure how this guy did it before. You can see it's upside down. Hopefully yours is right side up, but I'll make it work, and I'll get back to you after that. And sorry, I forgot to add, don't forget to undo this hose from here or here. I'm just going to leave it hanging after I take it off because I don't want to deal with all this. This is really old tubing, so I'm just going to leave it be. Alright, so I found it easiest to get the back two out towards the left of the car and then get the back side out by pushing to the front. I'm just going to set that to the side here. And now you can see what we're after is right here. Okay, your idle speed control valve. And we're going to go ahead and finish it off by doing a 10mm bolt, and again 2 T40s, and also this sensor here. I believe this is also, yeah, this is also just one you push here and you pull towards the front of the car. So I'm going to do that because I can hardly get my hand in there right now while videotaping, and then I'm going to show you how I take it out. There is, just how there was a hose here, there's a hose on the back end on this side that kind of, if you follow, I think it goes this way and then down, or this way and then up some. something like that. But I'll let you know when I take it out. Ideally you want to separate the hose on the other end of this unit just like this, but if it comes out with it, no harm done. You can just reinsert it on the reinstallation of this part. I'm gonna go ahead and do that and show you what I get. So I went ahead and also removed this 10mm bolt right here that holds the wiring harness. That way this metal can more easily come out when you want to take the part out. So there you have it, the part's out. Let me show you what I found easier. I just found it easier to take it out first before I unplug this, just because I couldn't really fit my fingers back there. And this is what you know, the other end here is going to be inserted into. It really took a lot of slow but firm pressure to take it out. This, what happens with other people that I saw, it all comes out together and you have to reinsert it. But that's what it looks like there. I just made sure, you know, it's not mobile, it didn't come out of anything, so it's all okay there. And let me go ahead and show you this idle speed control valve. I haven't looked at it myself. Mine's not too bad. Let me get you some sunlight. You see that? It's not too bad. And I'm getting some movement when I wiggle, but nothing very obvious. So, you know, it's kind of seized, kind of not seized, but you can see it's not moving very much. So what I'm going to do, you know, if you want to cover this piece with some tape, cover it. I'm not going to bother because I don't plan to blow on this side with the brake cleaner. But I'm just going to clean with brake cleaner through here one way, through the other way one way, and let it dry, and then put it back together. And just to add to the video, just so you know how it looks like after it was cleaned, sorry I didn't keep the video going, but you know, you'll see less carbon buildup, of course, but when you shake it, you'll hear it actually doing its job, which is moving inside. So, sorry, hear that? That's a good sign. That means it's moving on the inside again, and you can kind of see it. It's harder to show you in the video, but you'll see it. Look in here. Yeah, you kind of see that. See how it's moving? That's good. It wasn't doing that before. It's moving free with minimum effort compared to before. So definitely get this done. Even if, you know, you're not having this issue happen yet, it's bound to happen eventually, because my car's at 100. I bought it at 74,000. It's a 03 and it's at 120 now, and it's been what, 5 or 6 years maybe at least since I've owned it now. I think it's been more 7 to 8, but yeah, guys, get it done. It's easy, it's free, it's $2.50, some tools in your time on a weekend, and I'm sure we all have plenty of that right now. So if you want, get to it. Let me know how it goes. If you have any questions, comment below and I will try and help you guys out. Thank you much. See ya.